Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon. This is Steve with Ghost Trades. It is Sunday, September 10th. We're going to do a weekly wrap and weekly forecast for the next week. This week was a negative week, not a terrible week, but we were absolutely down. We on the S&P, we dropped about 50 points, a little bit less, probably about 40 points. But the big negative was Apple. China has said that nobody that works for the government can use an Apple phone or something to that effect. And then that has caused Apple to go basically down a lot. It's been down 3 out of the last 4 days, I believe. And there is speculation that they may expand that into all Chinese citizens. And so because of that, there's going to be some pressure on Apple. There's going to be some pressure on Apple component manufacturers, going to be pressure on all types of tech stocks because where do they stop? What's the line? So that was a negative. There was also no real excitement this week that I felt anyway. I believe there is a tug of war going on right now, and that's going to come to a head this week and next week. And that is the inflation. And I'll get to that more in a second. Earnings pretty much has wrapped up all the big companies. We had a couple this week. One of the luxury companies, formerly Restoration Hardware, I'm sorry. It's for upscale items for your home, got crushed on their earnings. Further reinforcing the idea that we may really be in some trouble in this country, much more trouble than the stock market has admitted thus far. I have talked about inflation several times. I see no insight in real inflation, and the government does play with words about talking how it's decreasing. It's just not going up as fast. It's still going up. Okay, this week, tomorrow, solemn day in America, 9/11. So there will be a lot of memorial type stuff in the morning. So I would not look for huge movement. And then Tuesday, regular day, but then we start. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we have huge economic news. We have on Wednesday the Consumer Price Index, which says how much we are paying month over month. Now, what has happened, that peaked in July, I believe, and it's been going down, which doesn't really mean prices are coming down. It means prices aren't going up as fast. Last month, that upticked. And the big concern is if we continue up again, that means inflation is on the rise again. And if we turn back over, then it was a tiny hiccup. So on Wednesday, I expect huge movement before the market. This is a pre-market announcement. But on Wednesday, we have the Consumer Price Index. And on Thursday, we have the Producer Price Index. And on Friday, we have market sentiment. So we have 3 days in a row that will really affect the market. It will be pre-market. But then next week, we have the interest rate announcement. And based on what happens this week, we may get an interest rate hike back on the table. Most people think we're not going to have an interest rate hike. I'm in that camp, but we will have to wait and see what happens with the economic news. So again, as a recap, we're down for the week, we're down for the month. We're following up on August, still being a negative month. Statistically, when the market is up as high as it is for the year, September is a positive month. We may buck that trend this year. I am not overly bullish at all. I'm being very, very cautious. And I'm also looking to see about this news that comes up this week, because it is a direct news as to what we are paying as Americans, which, as most of us know, continues to be very, very painful and is now hitting the point, for me anyway, where it really is affecting my family's day-to-day life. We are not doing as much activity. We're not shopping as much, certainly not eating out as much. And when we're at the grocery store, we're paying more attention to the prices and what's on sale. So be very careful this week. If Wednesday that number goes down, look for a rally. If Wednesday that number does not beat expectations, look for a big sell-off. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great day and a great trading week, and be very, very careful. Thanks.